Hey guys, so today I'm going to be going over how to play Legendary, the Marvel deck building game. So once you got it all set it up, which I made a video before this if you want to see how it's set up. But anyway, once you get it all set up, you're going to be drawing 6 cards from your starting deck. So once you got, so I'm acting like I'm holding these in my hand right now. So once you draw the 6 cards, then what you're going to be doing is drawing from the villain deck. This is the first thing you do. What you're going to do is you're going to flip it over and see what happens. So right here in the text, if it says fight, this happens when you're fighting him. If it said ambush, you would resolve it now. Escape is when basically he gets pushed off. So if he was here and he gets pushed off to here, then that's when the escape effect happens. But so in this case, nothing happens for him right now, to him right now. So, or to us, I should say. So once you do that, that's resolved. Then you can look at your hand and figure out what you want to do. So it really matters how you play these cards. So you play the cards one at a time, and when you get further down the game, these cards are going to have different abilities. So it really matters when you place them down, because they're going to have special effects if placed after certain other cards. But in this case, it doesn't really matter because there's no special effects with these cards. So you can have them in any order. It doesn't matter. I just chose it this order so it's easier to see. Okay, so with that said, you drew from the villain deck. Nothing really happened. You drew your 6 cards, and let's say I already played them all down. So I laid all these cards down in front of me. Then you see what you have. So what you do is you're looking here. So this is your hit points. So I have 3 hit points. And what you can do with those is that you look at your villains. See, I can actually hit this guy, which I'm probably going to end up doing here in a second. I can actually take him out. And if I wanted to take him out, well, I can't because he's worth 8 hits. So, and then really quick, these stars are basically, I guess you want to call it money, to buy recruits. This guy's worth 2, so I would be able to buy him. Let's say if I had 4 of these, I could buy him and him if I wanted to. Okay, so anyway, that said, let's go back here. So I have 3 hits. So I'm actually going to use these to take out this guy. And what he does, it says, when you draw a new hand of cards at the end of your turn, draw an extra card. So that's actually going to benefit me. Sometimes these henchmen will have you KO a hero and stuff like that. But in this case, it benefited me. So this is going to go in my discard pile. It's different from your hand discard. So I don't know if you want to call it a discard pile, but it's I guess you would call it your villain pile. So every time you defeat a villain or rescue bystanders, you'll be putting them in a separate pile from your discard pile. Because when I'm done with these cards, you'll be discarding them in, a pile like that. But anyway, before I do that, get a little ahead of myself here. So I spent these already. So these are done. I took him out. And remember, I have 1 extra card in my hand when I do. Because originally you have 6. But next time I draw my hand after I'm done here, I'm going to have 7. So anyway, back to this. So we have 3 points to spend. And I'm actually going to spend it on this guy. And what he does, it says, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card costs 2 or less, draw it. So like right here, it says 2 or less. I'd be able to draw. So I'm going to take this and it's worth 2. I have 3. I have 1 extra, but you know what? There's nothing. That's worth 3, 8, 4, 2. Oh, and then that's 8. So as soon as you buy something, as soon as I bought this, and let's say if I had a bunch left over, as soon as I bought this, you replace it, and you can buy that card that you replaced. So if that was worth 1 for some weird reason, I could have bought it, but nothing's worth 1 in this game. But I'll just use an example. If that happened to be a 1, I could have bought it. Anyway, so once you purchase something, you put it in the discard pile. So that is all I can do in that hand. So I am discarding all these right here, and it's different from this pile. And then you drop to your hand limit, which is actually 7 now, and there's only 6 cards here. So what you do is when you run out of cards, you shuffle these. Of course, it's hard to shuffle with one hand. Shuffle as best you can. Make another deck, and you draw. So that will be my hand for next time. So now it is the second player's turn. So he draws his 6 cards. Actually, he should already have it drawn. Sorry. So I'm drawing it right now. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is his 6. Okay, so it's the second player's turn. He is going to draw from the villain deck. Oh, it's a scheme twist. So what you do is you go to your scheme, and you're going to see what it does. The first one, it's saying that I'm putting these are called the dark. They're saying these are called dark portals. In this scheme mode, but I'm taking the dark portal and placing it under the mastermind. Because now, what that did is it's saying that he is now 1 higher. So now he's worth 9 instead of 8. And the next scheme twist I get, I'm going to be placing here, and so on. And every time there's a scheme twist, so if there's ever a villain that is on top of it, he's going to be 1 higher. So that's what the scheme is. And on the 7th scheme twist, the villains have won. So now we got 6 more to, basically they have 6 more to go and they win. Okay, so I drew my villain, I drew from the villain deck, so as a result of that, now I'm looking at my hand, and like I said, since it's the beginning, I can just lay these down however I want. Well, did I really just get all agents? Wow, that's what I'm talking about. So I got 6 points to spend. Cool. What do you want me to do? How should I do this? Do I want to spend all mine on 1 card, or do I want to keep on? Oh man, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to take this card. I'm going to spend all my points for that 1 card. I'm going to place it in my discard, immediately replace them, and that's all I could do. So these are all discarded. And I dropped another 6 hand. These are 6 cards right there. And that's the end of my turn. Now it's the first player's turn. So what he first does, goes to the villain deck, draws it, makes sure there's not an ambush effect or anything like that. If there's not, all it's saying is that an X-Men has to be played to defeat him. Which you can see right there. So I would need her in my hand while I'm hitting him to beat him. So again, let's go ahead and look over this. So I got to have 7 cards in my hand this time because I defeated that guy. And I see that I have 3, 4, 5 agents and 2 troopers. Well, there's nothing worth 2. So this is basically, let's just say I played these first. Right there. So basically these are not going to be used this turn, and I have 5 points to spend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 on this guy, which, yeah, let's go over this really quick. So I just bought this guy, so he gets put in the discard. But really quick, let me show you something. So every time you see this a symbol in front of like a text, it's saying you have to play a card before it. So let's just say if I had another one of these Wolverine guys in front of him. It doesn't have to be Wolverine, it could be any hero. But let's just say, if any card was placed in front of him that had this on the top left, so if this card, there's another card like that right here, then this triggers this effect. And that happens with a whole different ways. Like, for instance, let's just say if this was my hand, I played this, and then I played this, then it triggers this effect. But if I would have played that first, and then this card, that text does not come in account. So, like I said, it really matters how you play this game. So, with that said, sorry, I'm just realizing that my camera's about to die. Jeez, I didn't charge it. Sorry. So I'm gonna cut this short. Like I said, it might die on me when I'm talking. But I'll just have to do another video. So back to this thing. So I'm gonna have to get another card in the future that has this little icon on it to trigger that effect. And like I said, it goes into play with all those different cards. So anyway, so I bought this card for 2. Discard pile. You draw immediately another one, and I have 3 more left to spend. And I'm actually going to go ahead and buy this guy. That is all my spending, and that's the end of your turn. And it goes on to the next player. I'm going to make another video after this, because there's a lot more to explain. I just need to charge my camera, sorry. But anyway, stay tuned for the next couple turns, and then hopefully you guys can get a better idea how to play the game. Anyway, yeah, stay tuned for more. Oh, of course, when you buy something, gotta replace it. Anyway, stay tuned for more how to play. All right, thanks.